Welcome, Scorpio, to your November 2023 reading, and thanks for tuning into my channel. If this is the first time you've tuned in, I offer free mini readings to new subscribers. So if you've got a question about this particular reading or something that this reading doesn't cover for you, just click the subscribe button and in the comment section below, put new subscriber, free mini reading, or new subscriber, then ask your question, and I will get back to you. Now, don't worry if you don't hear from me right away. I get back to everyone who subscribes and asks a question. I'll shuffle my cards. Now, for everyone else, if you're not interested in subscribing, you're already a subscriber, you're a new viewer, whatever it is, you can ask a yes or a no question below as well, and I will shuffle my cards for you and give you the answer there. It will be just a very short response if a message does come out, because you have to be a new subscriber to get that longer in-depth reading. Now let's get started. Now, happy birthday to all you Scorpios born in November. This is your month. And also, this month, I just want to let you know that I'm using the Bosch Tarot deck if you're interested, and I will be clarifying with my mini right away after we get through these cards. Now let's get into this reading. Now, you've got a lot of swords this month, Scorpio. A lot of things have been on your mind. You've been thinking about things. There is, the swords are all about the mind, the intellect, knowledge, communication as well. So this month, that is the focus for you. Now, you start out with the Six of Swords. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're going away this month. You're going away from some worrying times, some worrying places. Some of you could actually be traveling away, but this is just you leaving some mentally challenging things behind you. Any worries, any concerns, anything that's been bothering you, I feel that there is you're deciding to just sort of leave that in the past, leave that behind, and November is going to be just all about you, I feel. Now, you've got the Four of Pentacles here as well. So if any of you have been having issues, worries with money, feeling like you're having to hang on tightly to money because you don't have enough, I feel like there could be an ending to this as well. You're going to be making some real non-emotional decisions, quite intellectual decisions about where you spend your money, I feel. You've got a lot of opportunities ahead of you where you can, where you may be deciding to go in a particular direction, to choose a particular thing, and I think like you are going to be making some quite I was going to say bold decisions, but more non-emotional decisions. You're going to look at things logically, and particularly if it is to do with your money, you're going to be thinking about where should I spend it. If you're concerned about it and you're trying to hang on to your savings and grow them and build them, you might be making some decisions about where you want to spend your money in November as well. Now, you've got the Five of Swords here. Now, this often is a card that talks about conflict. There's no two ways about it. But the Five of Swords is actually a bit of a victory card, because if you have been involved in any conflicts or any kind of harsh communication or worrying times or anything like that, you will be victorious here. But the thing with this card is it sort of says at what cost. So really think about if you are in any kind of challenging discussions or arguments, just make sure that you are gentle with that sting of yours, Scorpio. You will be victorious, but sometimes this card says at what cost, you know. Often in a traditional Five of Swords, you'll see the battle-weary warrior standing there with all the swords, but he's looking over his shoulder at the carnage that is left behind. You know, there's no winners in a war, really. I mean, technically, when you look at, you know, the aftermath, there's always harsh kind of results, no matter what side you're on. So think clearly if you are being involved in any sort of verbal stashes with anyone. Now, you've got the Nine of Swords as well. So there are worries here that you have been having. This could be about travel or about going somewhere, going on a journey somewhere, doing something. There are, the Nine of Swords does talk about some sort of worrying times, some stressful times, nightmares, sleepless nights. But like I said, you're making some real clear-cut decisions in November about which direction to go in, how to spend your money, what to do, which if you've got a lot of options in front of you, which I do see that a lot of you do have, you are going to be really clear cut in your decision making. There's no sort of umming and ahhing here. You're going to know which direction. You're going to be able to balance up, weigh up all your options, and then make a clear cut direction. And there's a lot of victory here, a lot of success, a lot of wins for you in November. You've got the Six of Wands here. This is a card of victory and of success, of being held in high regard by those around you. But you're really going to, you're really going to be, I think this is also to do with your inspiration, your passions. If you're passionate about certain things, you're going to be driving forward and going in a direction that is going to be looked on by others around you in a really good light. I hope that's making sense for you, Scorpio. Now, you've got the Queen of Swords. This could be a Libra here. This is that card of balance, of justice, of things turning out in your favor. This is, as I was kind of saying before, you being able to make some decisions, very clear cut decisions without emotion here. And you know, the Seven of Cups here tells me you're in a wonderful position. You know, you've got so many options to go here, and this could even be to do with your work for some of you, or what you're really passionate about, your creativity as well. If you've been working on a creative project, you have a lot of options in front of you, but you're going to be very, very clinical is a good way to put it, about making your decision. You're not going to let emotion and get in the way of making the right choice here. Now, the Knight of Wands, this could be a significant fire sign in your life, but you know, Knights are all about movement and moving energy as well. But some of you, as I said earlier, you could be going on a journey, and this could be troubling you and worrying you a little bit as well. But don't worry, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so successful here. As I said, you are going to really enjoy it. So don't allow those worries and stressful thoughts get in the way of you moving forward and enjoying it as well. Now, let's get some clarifying cards here for you, Scorpio. I'm hoping that wasn't too muddled for you and that made sense. Sorry, I should have got them out of their little box before I started. Okay, now, this is taking forever. I do apologize. Okay, let's get going. Now, please clarify for Scorpio for me. That card wanted to come out, but when I was doing your reading before, the cards were just flying out. And now they don't seem to want to come out. What are the message? Whoa, okay. Make a liar out of me. The Two of Pentacles. That is a card of you really juggling your money. Yeah, I feel like there is a situation about you and money this month. Like you're feeling like there's not enough. Now, you've got the Seven of Swords as well. I think you're going to be thinking outside of the box when it comes to money. Now, be careful. This can talk about someone that doesn't have your best interests at heart. And, you know, this often is the card of liar, cheater, stealer, thief kind of energy as well. So if you've been worrying about somebody stealing your money or taking your money, I feel like don't worry too much about that. But this is also, make sure when you are making any decisions that you're not doing things too rashly. Make sure that you are making decisions that are above board, that are honest. You're not going to do it, you know, make sure your actions, you always proceed with integrity. But the Two of Pentacles next to that Seven of Swords tells me you are going to be doing things a little bit differently than the way other people do things when it comes to your money, your savings. You are going to be thinking outside of the box, as I said, because if you look at the imagery on this card, this person is trying to defeat the enemy, and rather fighting them, they are just going in and taking all their weapons. So they're trying to proceed in a way that other people actually wouldn't perhaps think of. So I feel like for a lot of you, you are going to be doing things really differently. And the Temperance card kind of says that that's the case as well. This is you kind of melding things. Look at the imagery here. You see the Temperance card, the Temperance, the angel, pouring fluid from one cup to another. And this is her or him. The angel is creating a potion almost. It's very much like the magician energy, where Temperance is actually there's alchemy going on here. You're wanting to change things for yourself. You're wanting, and you're going to be really victorious. But the Temperance card does talk about having patience. Don't rush in there where angels fear to tread to make any changes to your, or make any important decisions without really being balanced and using your intellect and thinking about the outcomes of your choices before you make them. But Temperance also does stress that you've got to make this choice, because if you look at the imagery, I don't know if you can see, she's got one, I say she, but it's not really a she, it's an angel. The angel's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. And this kind of represents you umming and ahhing about a certain situation and not really, you know, you're sitting on the fence. So Temperance does say make sure you make a decision. You're either in or you're out here, is kind of the message of the Temperance card. But great energy to be in. I really like the Temperance energy, because this is, as I said, you being able to blend your life, your situation, your passions, your thoughts, your ideas in a way that is going to make you happy and it's going to work for you. Wow, yeah. And you're going to really, the Ace of Pentacles. Now, some of you here might be starting a new job. Aces are all about new beginnings, or you might be given some money here. There could be a new way for you to bring in more money into your life. And any worries or any kind of concerns that you may have regarding money, you really don't have to, because you've got that Ace of Pentacles, which is just, look at the imagery. You see the hand of God coming through the clouds with a massive coin. So this is wonderful money coming in for you here. Lovely abundance. But yeah, new job. You could even be creating, as I said, your own wealth here. You might be doing things in a way that's a little bit different. You might start your own business. You might be just wanting to earn money in a different way than the traditional way of doing things as well. Yeah, and the Queen of Pentacles, wow, that is definitely money coming in for you. Any worries, you're coming to the end. You might have been struggling. The Nine of Wands here talks about you in that feeling of like, oh, when's this going to be over? It's that kind of energy. And the Queen of Pentacles talks about you being quite happy where you are, financially secure in your body. You are just going to be, any troubling or worrying times that the 9 talks about here. You've got 2 9s and you've got 2 6s, and this is, you've got 2 7s as well if you're looking at this and this. But I feel like 9s are at that stage where it's almost over. Any worrying mental strains, any depression that you've been feeling, any kind of blocks to your creativity, any kind of burdens that you've been carrying or barriers in your way are coming to an end here. And the Queen of Pentacles, now this is, I would normally read this as a Virgo, but this is any earth sign, so Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus here. They may play a significant role, but the Queen of Pentacles is all about luxury. It's all about money, enjoying the wealth that you have created here. The Queen of Pentacles is a person that can do everything. They go out, they work hard, they come home, they look after the home, the kids, they're on the school committee, they're great support to their friends and family. So you could have someone quite significant in your world in November that is going to be like that. Now, don't get too caught up on the star signs. This talks, the tarots always talk more about the character of the person rather than their star sign. So if you know someone like that who isn't an earth sign, they're going to play a significant role in supporting you in November as well, and help you get over any of these barriers that have perhaps you feel are in front of you or been put in your place. Yeah, see, I feel like you are really, there's justice coming in. You have been, it's like challenge. I was going to say you've been challenged, but you could, some of you could be going through a legal battle here, or have something to do with the law. You do have the Queen of Swords, which traditionally is the Libra card. Justice is the Libra card. So there definitely could be a significant Libra in some of your lives here. But I feel like you might be really, there's this sort of creative kind of battle going on here. You might be learning some new skills. You might be training. You might be getting better at what you do. Whether it is in a creative project, could be to do with your work. But if you have been struggling over any kind of issue like that, related to any of those things, there is justice coming in. There is peace coming in. You've got 2 5s here. 5s are change. So there is change coming in for you in November, and it's going to be in your favor. There is success here for you. The justice is balance. It's clear thinking. It's you getting what you deserve and being successful as well in anything that you have been undertaking, any choices that you make. Now, for some of you, you could just be involved with the law. You could be, going into a legal profession. Could be police. This does talk about the army. It talks about lawyers. It talks about people in sort of that can make a decision about your life as well, or make decisions about the lives of others. So there could be some issues surrounding that in November as well for you. But yeah, if you are going through any kind of conflict or arguments, whether they are legal, whether they're business related, whether they're just to do with communication, any kind of stuff like that, there's victory here for you and you're going to be quite successful in November. So we'll leave it there. I hope that made sense. I hope that resonated with you. Now, one final card that I'm going to get out is from the Now I Understand Oracle deck. I love this deck. I just recently got it, and I'll leave all of the link for this if you want to purchase this deck below. Just shuffle them on card. Aren't they pretty? This is created by Janine McLean, and the designs are by her daughter Lauren McLean. She is one of my one of my subscribers. Beautiful messages here. There's one more that flipped over. I'm going to take them all for you, Scorpio. Inspiration. Be an inspiration to yourself by remaining authentic. In turn, you will help others to also be themselves. Really feel like a lot of these fives, this conflict, it's not talking about an argument or a fight in the sense of you being battling other people, but I feel like this is you really sort of battling with yourself in a way. But don't worry, because peace, all is well. Enjoy the serenity and allow the universe to take the reins. So I feel like after some tumultuous times in your life in the past few months, November is a real month where you can just relax and enjoy. I mean, what does it say here? Be happy with all you've achieved up to this point in time. And it's funny that, you've got the victory card here. And I feel like for a lot of you, if there has been worries, if there has been stresses and strains, if you've been struggling over your career, over your money, over having depressing kind of thoughts, or struggling mentally in any way, this is really coming to an end and you're getting some peace here in November. So I hope that resonated. Please take me up on my offer of that free mini reading, and I hope you tune in next month. Have a great month. Happy birthday again, and I'll see you next month. Bye.